Good afternoon, Obedient. Una welcome again to another episode of Hope Alive on Obedati Family TV. Today in a new week, so my people, I hope say una dey enjoy una new week today. And we know say today again the case where they for court, we dey resume again. As una know say they adjourn am on Saturday, they carry and bring them today will be Monday. And today again we don't dey for court. Our principal, Mr. Peter Obi, don't sit down for court as he take they do every single day wey matter day for court. So we dey there. In fact, we bring many evidences. We continue from where we stop on Friday. We carry evidence from different states, for like 6 different states. We get for Imo, we get for Kanu, we get for different states. We get for Ebonyi Delta. So many states where we bring evidence come from today. And as you already know, we go to drop on our updates back to back of how it take they happen, how it take they be for inside court today. But before we proceed, I would like make we see one small sound bite, one video, one small, just short video of all the summary of the proceedings where they happen for court. My people, make una watch that video, make una see how the go take they go.
Labour Party's quest to obtain the electoral victory of Bola Tinubu at the presidential election begins with a single witness, Lawrence Nwaketi, an Anambra-based lawyer. His first of 50 witnesses which the Peter Obi legal team has on hand to prove that their candidate won the election. The witness, who is led in evidence by Labour Party lawyer Jibril Okutepa, tendered the U.S. District Court judgment which allegedly ordered Tinubu's forfeiture of $460,000 over alleged drug-related crimes. During cross-examination by lawyer to the APC, Lateef Fagbemi, the witness said that the American court judgment had no certificate given under the hand of any American police officer. The witness said he was unaware of any letter by the U.S. legal attaché dated February 4, 2003, clearing Tinubu of any charge that had prompted the forfeiture in the first place. Peter Obi and the Labour Party tendered a number of documents that will help its case.
The withdrawal from senatorial election of Senator Kasim, which was signed and filed with INEC on the 15th of July 2022, and the acceptance of his nomination, which was also filed and served with INEC on the 14th of July. So that documents are before the court. He accepted from what we have seen to be vice presidential candidate on the 14th of July 2022, while still a senatorial candidate for Bruno Central constituency.
The Labour Party says INEC is now releasing some of the documents it had earlier requested.
The one they gave to us, Exhibit P, A1 to 4, are from them, but there are still other relevant documents. As you heard my leader earlier in court, we have issued them what we call subpoena for them to produce. Because they are all public documents, you are entitled to it, I'm entitled to it, everybody is entitled to it upon payment. So they should give us, and they shouldn't hide it. I expect them not to do so, because if they hide them, you will ask questions why.
Atiku Abubakar and the PDP have on their part tendered documents including final declaration of results of the presidential election, as well as unit-by-unit reports of the Beavers device from Abia, Adamawa, Akwa Ibom and Anambra states as exhibits for the hearing of its petition. The party also tendered as exhibits the record of permanent voter cards collected and voter registered in the 36 states and the FCT.
When I don't hear the summary of how the whole thing they go, all the Labour Party matter and how they take tender and for court, and even waiting the witness where them bring on for court as he take as I talk everything for there. And when I even hear say Labour Party lawyer, I see they talk say all the necessary documents where they relevant, say they never collect everything. INEC never give them everything, even up till now. Even as they don't pay money where they ask them to pay. And even as courts don't give order, make them give them those documents, INEC still never release them. And even the ones where them release, where Labour Party carry enter court, then still there for court, they challenge those documents. And my people, you know, say it gets one thing where we be Labour Party and PDP, get what thing we get in common. We get one particular goal in common, where we say this election was rigged. And as Labour Party, they try to prove and say they rigged the election, PDP on their own end, they try to prove them, although the means and their own means and our own means no be the same thing, because even as they talk say they rig election, they know say no be them win that election. But one thing where we dey follow them agree on be say the election was rigged. True, it was rigged. So I want make una listen to this particular video again of how PDP case and how their matter they happen again for court. Make una listen to this video, my people.
The PDP presidential candidate continues with his case, calling 3 additional witnesses on Friday in continuation of his quest to nullify the electoral victory of Tinubu at the presidential polls. Nicholas Micheliza, the Borno State coalition agent for the PDP, told the election petition court during cross-examination that real elections held at the polling units, while disaster happened at the World Coalition Center where the rigging took place. The witness said the results of most of the 5,071 polling units results were altered to favor the APC, noting also that the beavers for most parts wasn't put to use. 2 other PDP witnesses, Idris Kutigi, State Coalition Officer in Niger State, and Silas Onu for Ebonyi State, gave account of electoral irregularities, including chasing away polling unit agents during the exercise. And these are just 6 of the about 100 witnesses the PDP plans to call to prove its case that Tinubu did not win the presidential elections.
Now you can see we are continuing with the calling of witnesses in support of our case. We have already tendered our documents as the petitioners. So this is the process of calling oral evidence in support of the documents we've already tendered. Yesterday we called a number of witnesses. Today we've called another set of witnesses. And as we progress, as the days unfold, we'll continue to call witnesses as the case may be.
As has been the case since the start of tendering of documents, INEC, through its team of lawyers, has opposed the tendering of documents certified by it. And Kemi Pinero, a member of the INEC legal team, declines to address the media.
Mr. Pinero, just why has INEC submissions of documents?
No, I don't do cases on the pages of media.
But we need to know your reason so that we can tell people why INEC is rejecting its documents.
The court will decide.
Meanwhile, the Labour Party has tendered additional polling unit results of 6 states: Adamawa, Bayelsa, Oyo, Edo, Lagos and Akwa Ibom during hearing of its petition. The court has adjourned to Monday, June 5 for continuation of hearing of petitions of the PDP and Labour Party, while that of the Allied People's Movement is for Friday, June 9.
INEC lawyer take talk am, the court will decide, and na the courts will go decide true. Today na 5th of June, and as I don't talk am when I start this video, I talk say we dey for court, our principal dey for court, Labour Party dey for court with plenty evidence, and una know as we dey take the do am, we go dey bring una updates of everything wey dey happen. My name na Peace Obiekwe. Today I get one beautiful guest wey dey with us today. Her name na Madam Angel, and I also get Mr. Kanu here with me, and na him go dey drop updates for una. My people, make una join us. Mr. Kanu, yeah, well done.
Yes, peace. Our people, I agree to on a good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending where on a day. Today, na real back and forth, and is happening as it should. So, right now, direct from court, make we begin the dive in. I don't want make we waste time today because time don't pass since morning. Many things they happen for court today. These things where they happen today for court, you need to hear them. I tell you, truth done they come out small. But not believe me, go talk this thing for here today. Dr. Eteba day for Zoom, they join us, and we also get Angel with us. We're there with us for studio here. So Angel, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Our people, now good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends where they watch us from. Welcome.
Okay, Dr. Etebat.
Dr. Etebat, they greet afternoon.
So I greet everybody. I greet you, Madam Angel. Today is a good day.
Okay. Yeah, she here. We'll go straight to this thing now. Dr. Etebat, many things they happen for court this morning. You know, say, na PDP then start their matter this morning. Our own just they even start. So this very PDP matter, now I want make I bring the thing now as the thing take the happen. You know, for court today, INEC admit, say, them say 25% for Abuja, say na mandatory. You know how that intake happen? Make I gist you small. Although the transcript go soon come in, but make I give you like a tip of what happen. Then they ask cross-examination to witness where PDP carry come court. So the PDP, your man they do me like say you don't get the transcript I sent to you. You see,
but it's okay if you want to.
I make you tell our people, make you just make our people hear them from you before we show them the transcript. Waiting happen.
In fact, it's funny. INEC ask witness where PDP man carry come. Say whether he knows say now 15% 9 article score for FCT. The man can't tell him, say yes, say no. INEC can't ask him again. INEC can't ask him again. Say, if you know, say your principal article score 15%, why you can't the same could declare him president when you know say he's supposed to score up to 25%? Now in the guy can't look at come ask us, you will make another person president. The person when you make president, you get 15%. So INEC, they hear me so?
Yes, I hear you.
So now everybody for court. Be like everybody fall for ground begin laugh. Now INEC come tell them say, I know be waiting they ask him. Waiting they ask him, be say, why no say article no score 50, up to 25%. He can't they tell him, make it declare him president. Now he can't ask him, say, Oga INEC, if it good for you, make another person president when no score. Why not go good for you? Make our own man president when you no score up to 25%. So the summary of the whole thing is simple. INEC know the truth. Even the chairman will declare somebody will no get 25%. He knows the truth. And I have said it in this space times without number. He took advantage of our law. That portion of the law that says that once the returning officer declared someone returned in an election, like in the case of presidency, the INEC chairman, the moment he declares someone, which in this case now is Bola Tinubu, the moment he declared him chairman, it would take only the tribunal, as we have now, to reverse that declaration, even if he knew he was wrong. Secondly, he also knew that our process of election petition will drag beyond the swearing-in date and even up to 6 to 8 months after, which means, as I have always said here, that the INEC chairman knew that he could close his eyes and use his declaration, take advantage of the law, and make somebody president either for 6 months or maximum of 8 months, or depending on the outcome of the case in the court, for 4 years. He knew what he did. And today they are in court.
I want to make them project with that thing where you talk, make our people see how it start even with the clerk of the court myself. So I want to make our people project them, make we for the CM, starting from 1. I want tell when you see them, make you tell me say you see them, make the thing they for sure, make our people they see them. Before we go to our own this thing, and make our people not begin to think and say why would they bring this PDP issue. The reason why this one they very important, not only our principal, the person will get that 25%, and for court today, INEC goof, they agree say na 25% Abuja require. So we need to bring them out because anything where they good from somewhere, we need to talk say something they good. This one will come out from their witness and INEC now. We need to show them. So I beg my people, make we see that, make our producer for project, waiting happen for court this morning. Today will be 5th of June. I beg, make you for sure and make we the see. It be like say, don't share it. So for this very one, what we say there for screen, We have documents evidence for Kogi, Sokoto, Ebonyi, Delta, Imo, and all the things where the Honorable Justice announced it, and the clerk, they talk that one. Then Justice Bello will be saying, I'm the presiding judge, can say, good afternoon. I hope we will be in accordance today to ensure the smooth running of this case we have for today. Call the next petition. What is there is the witness that is cross-examined today. I beg, laugh where necessary. This current witness has exactly the same testimony as the PDP FCT chairman. When I go see him on our screen, now INEC asked that question, the one where they prompt us to jump to this PDP matter now. Do you know the FCT chairman of your party? The witness say, yes, I do. That is witness. INEC asks him again, are you aware your testimony and his is exactly the same thing? Witness, they're quiet. So, is it number 7?
Are you okay?
Okay. In that number 7, if you project it, are you aware it is the same thing? Then who wrote the testimony? That is, INEC is asking this question. Witness say, I am not aware. I wrote my own. He wrote his own. Everyone wrote their own. PDP second witness is another funny one. No? So INEC can ask him, you will agree with me that article scored 15% in FCT? Witness, yes. I beg my people, I won't make una read this thing again, this transcript, this question where INEC asks, you will agree with me. I won't resound them again. You will agree with me that article scored 15% in FCT. Witness, yes. Let's go to the next one, number 8. Now, in this 8, INEC asks, so that means he cannot be made the president since he did not score 25% in FCT. Did you hear it? He said, so that he cannot be made the president since he did not score 25% in FCT. Witness said, even Tinubu did not score 25% and you made him president. I won't repeat on my people, make una for hear and well. The witness answered him. Even Tinubu did not score 25% and you made him president. Everyone in the courtroom was almost on the floor from laughter. Everybody can't laugh. The INEC man can't change tactics. He said, that is not my question. Article scored 15% in FCT. So why did you write in your testimony that he should be declared president? Let's check slide number 8. The witness said, even Tinubu did not get 25 in FCT. If they can declare him, they can also declare Atiku as president. So my people, let me hold this here. I want you people to understand, Dr. Etel, as he say, your mother do mui, INEC has admitted, by the starting of that question of this INEC, they have admitted by saying, we agree with me. We agreed with him, 25% is required. And we also agree with this witness that Atiku did not get, according to their declaration, Tinubu did not get it according to their declaration. It is only P2B that got 25% according by them in FCT. Now, let me hear your take, Dr. Telbert.
About 70%. He took over the...
I just wanted to make the point that he made the 25%, sorry.
Yes, so he got the number that gave him 25% plus. He has about 70% of FCT, meaning about 70% of a sample of Nigeria put together voted for him. Because Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, is a hub for all Nigerians. Every Nigeria have a seat in Abuja. That is where the National Assembly sits. As a matter of fact, the seat of democracy is positioned in Abuja. And that seat of democracy is the National Assembly. Because even during the military era, we have the executive, we have the judiciary. The only thing they destroy is the legislature. And that symbol again represented itself during the election, whereby about 70% of the entire Nigeria using Abuja as their hub chose one man. And INEC that declared a different person as the president declared someone who did not even make the same, who did not even make up to 16%. And this INEC knows the truth. Even if they don't know, prior to the election, a renowned lawyer, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Olisaba Kopa, wrote INEC and said, please, can you explain to the electorate the implication of FCT and the vote coming from FCT before the election? And INEC refused to respond till today, because INEC chairman knew that if he had committed himself by explaining what is the truth, which is what his lawyers are pointing out here, the moral burden that would be so heavy on him to declare somebody president when he knew the truth. He took advantage of the law that gave him the right to return someone as elected. And the moment he makes that declaration and give that person the certificate of return, even if the person were to be his younger brother who did not participate in the election, it would only take the courts to annul that particular declaration. And he knew that the court process in Nigeria could take as much as 6 months to resolve. So Mahmoud, the INEC chairman, knew when he vehemently and abusively made someone president, despite the fact that he knew that that person has not fulfilled the 25% requirement according to the constitution that he claimed and swore to defend. So he imposed on Nigeria a president who will serve for at least 6 months before he's removed, or maybe if the court rules in the person's favor, for the next 4 years. It was a script that INEC chairman acted.
You see, for me, I think now God catch them today. Now, waiting I can tell you, now God catch them today. Because, you see, every time when they talk about this 25%, even before the election starts, INEC no agree talk anything. So today now they come out, then they talk waiting no concern 25% for Abuja, now then carry and come. Because this one now witness come day. Now you come begin to ask the witness about 25%, and in principle no get 25%, you know. So if you know say that 25% they important, why you go bring her up? Because already the person where you declare president no get the 25%. So one up. So now God, now they put them out one by one, Dr. Etel. So we'll get back to that very one. But I just want to make we raise them up immediately so that our people go understand, say, don't they happen for God, don't begin they open their this thing one by one. Then Dr. Etel, get something where I want to make we for look into, and people will join me for studio here, and everybody for our side make you comment for comment section. It be like say plans don't they make these people for delay waiting they happen for this election tribunal. It be like say plans don't they. Why I talk like that? Before the time where Bola Tinubu talk say him go win this election, whether by force, as the case might be, I go show na as in take talk am. He also talk say whether na prophecy in the prophesy, he talk say him go remove, once him win, say him go remove this subsidy. And when he talk say him go remove, he talk say protest go there. And then talk say if you like, make we protest go anywhere, so him go remove the subsidy. Now, what did I think now? As the plan they unfold, we dey see say e be like say dem don begin dey use Nigerian Labour Congress to begin dey instigate make people begin dey protest. And to begin dey protest means say judicial workers no go come work, and then the matter wey dey for the election tribunal no go fit hold, or e go take time, because if people wey suppose set court up no come, na im be say the justices no go sit, you understand? So I think there is really a plot, but if una doubt me, maybe na because of my mind just the wonder of wetin dey happen. Make we first hear how Tinubu take talk this thing, then make you listen, make you now put your own, say how you feel about this thing. Plans they want to truncate, they want to use NLC, but I think we should counter it. That is my own position. Your opinion, for people where there for our comment section, make on a comment, but make we listen to that very video, and we'll come back, just very short.
No matter how long you protest, though, we are going to remove subsidy. That is the truth. That is the truth. Unless you don't, and I'm going to win this election.
So, Dr. Etel, as you don't hear him, whether in the talk say that is the truth, that is the truth. He talk on how many times? Whether na prophecy, some people feel call them or something, it be like saying na plans dey. So I beg, wetin you think? Because it be like say, then don't begin one use Nigerian Labour Congress to do, because I want you to look in this very part. My line of thought be like say, this NLC, they no call anything like strike or make people go begin the camp for INEC office, where everybody for Nigeria, they shall say something happened seriously. They no talk anything. Now, they begin the talk, say they won't go in the nationwide strike for waiting. I beg, make you tell me your own destiny. Our people make on their own talk. I know talk say, oh, you subsidy removal, they okay. But this thing will be say, won't touch this justice sitting for tribunal. Now that one, the vex me pass. Dr. Etel, I beg, tell me what you think.
Number one is that all the presidential candidates prior to the election campaigned. They promised to remove the subsidy. But only one presidential candidate explained the importance of the subsidy removal and how to implement it in such a way that it will get the buy-in of the people and also become beneficial to the people. That candidate is His Excellency Peter Gregory Obi, the Labour candidate for the presidential election. When they did what they did and made themselves president, they quickly, from the podium, from their inaugural speech, they removed subsidy. As I said in this platform before, there is a budgetary allocation for subsidy at least till the end of June. Why did you remove subsidy before the 1st of June? Nigerians are suffering for this June, whereas hundreds of billions of naira that is appropriated for the subsidy is going into the pocket of some individuals. This is one thing nobody is pointing out. And I keep saying it, that's number one, because it has been appropriated for. Secondly, I heard that they said that they are making plans for palliatives. Why didn't you announce and deploy the palliative before you pull the rug off people? So everything looks like an orchestrated plan. And that plan is this. If I have a case in court and the court require clerks and other judicial workers to function, what is it I am going to do to cripple the courts so that they can function? Because that case I have in court, which may go against me, it will cost me a lot. Now, they pulled a trigger. They pulled a string that gets to the bones of the Nigerians. Some more or less pushing them off the cliff, and the choice they have is nothing but to abandon going to work. Because someone who used to go to work with 200 naira is currently going to work with 700 naira and the person's salary is not changing, the person's salary may not even be guaranteed because the employer is trying to lay the person off. So my own guess is this: if we cause chaos in the system, we could bring the trial that is going on in the court to a halt, thereby perpetuating ourselves in power. So the question I want to ask is, if the Election Petition Tribunal is halted today, who stands to benefit? That person that stands to benefit, what is the role the person is playing in making this particular industrial action to happen? So that we will know when people are using reverse psychology on us. They make it to look as if they're going left, but then they push us right, as the case may be. So I think that labor unions, the Nigerian Labour Congress, that happens to be where Labour Party even have its root, should think and ask themselves, are these people playing on our intelligence? Are they pushing us to the wall so that we can begin to fight back in a way that will now ground the courts? Or like you said, shouldn't we actually go to stand before the court and say, court, do your job, and go to INEC and tell INEC to do what they should do? So really, I think instead of grounding people from going to work, they should actually go and demonstrate peacefully and lawfully before Government House, go to Federal Secretariat, go to Aso Rock, go to the National Assembly, go to the Judiciary Headquarters where the petition is going, go to INEC Headquarters and ask everybody to do what they ought to do. And anybody who is a government worker who cannot go to work may have to stay back home, because indeed, if you don't have means of going, because it's really hard. Somebody said that 1,500 that was supposed to take him to the airport, that they asked him to bring 15,000 to the airport. How are people going to do this? They took Nigerians by surprise and put them under pressure. But the question we need to ask is, who stands to benefit? Two people stand to benefit. The people who are stealing and pocketing the money that is meant for this particular subsidy for the month of June, and the people who may benefit from the delay in the court process if the strike action goes. And so people, we should be wise as we assess this whole thing. What trade-off are we going to make? Can we pay the price of suffering so that we can allow this court process to continue? Hopefully, the rightful winner of this election will be declared. And then that same plan that he had told us with respect to subsidy can be implemented and Nigeria will benefit. I'll leave it there.
Okay, my take, yes. My people, as soon don't hear from Dr. Etel, waiting I want just chook small for inside, make we move on, be say, this very particular action, strike nationwide, we don't want to. Make we try whatever it means to exclude judicial workers. Make we exclude judicial workers if they won't do the protests. However, if they won't do them complete one, make we know say na INEC will they deal with. But if like Dr. Etelbert talk as he takes start, the problem of this oil subsidy removal and the people where they thief oil for Nigeria, now the same government. Even peace, it be like say Peter be even mention something like this. Shall we get the video? Tell them, made them for play. Tell our
producers, I beg, help us put that video where Peter Obi talk that thing, saying that government officials they actually steal Nigerian oil for this country.
Why we had a situation where you can't see or compare anywhere in the world where there's high oil prices, I will have huge deficits. It's very simple. We're the only OPEC country without the only OPEC country, apart from Venezuela, with sanction that is not meeting up our oil quota. The reason is because of oil tax. And they have said it everywhere. Oil in Nigeria is being stolen by people in government. Nobody can steal oil. It's not a sweet. You can't go into grocery shop and steal something and put it in your pocket and go away on your back. You can't steal oil like that. For you to steal oil, a ship has to come into your territorial waters, load the oil. And no ship can go into a nation's territorial waters without the approval of its navy. And you load it. For you to leave, you have to have approval. And everybody knows where every ship is on the surface of the earth. It's something that is recorded. So, if somebody is able to take away oil, there's a high-level connivance between external and internal people who have organized for the oil to leave. And you can even trace the oil to where it is offloaded. So it's not something, it's not an easy thing to steal. Yeah. It can only be done officially.
My people, when I don't see him now, as our principal don't talk him, it's not any normal person, any random person, no fit go steal oil. Now person wey get authority fit do that kind of thing. And now wetin make us dey talk say we no want to make this particular protest where Labour Congress wan embark on. We no need them. In fact, we no even need make it affect the proceedings where they go on for court. Make I even ask you, Madam Angel, abeg, make we hear your take about this particular protest where we dey hear say it won't happen now.
Thank you, my peace, my peaceful peace. My people, we no need them, na distraction. If you ask me, and I know say many obedience na distraction for us, because we don't dey win small for tribunal now, and they want to put NLC as a distraction to us. We no need them. Instead, make we march peacefully, go tribunal, so that they go give us honest judgment. Now wetin we need now. No be this distraction from NLC. All the while where they do strike. Wetin we don't even gain. My people, we never gain anything. Nothing. I beg, make they go to federal government. Make they just dialogue. Make they just discuss. It go better for us. Make they no just delay this our 180 days. Because if they do strike now for 1 week, 2 weeks, our 80 days don't they go small. Before you know it, judges go they rush, can't give us one judgment where we know like. Because you see this our mandate, we must reclaim them from APC. Now we win them, we go get them. And by the grace of God, see how they play for court today now. See waiting they don't they open their yash small. Found yash don't they open small. We go get them. This protest, we no need them. And I know say you where they there, you no need them too. Even though say fuel, they bite us for body, but we no need them. Why? Because the new Nigeria way we want better pass this thing now where they want to do for us.
Okay, I think NJ don't already put took her own mouth for inside. It talks say our people make we for if we want to do protest, make we do peaceful one where we will carry go for court. And this very one where NLC they talk, they sweet our body because as she take talk now for personal interest. And Dr. Telbert, say you get last time when they talk about you highlighted P2B. As a person will be say he also talk about removal of oil subsidy. But he get something where P2B talk that time, even for this video where he talk, aside from the government own, he get waiting in talk where they should say, he get people where be say then they drink this petrol for Nigeria like water. He talks because in talks when he compare them, he get how he take talk I beg producer if it make Dr. Ete hear him, make I hear his own input because he talks total where then they talk for Nigeria say no be correct, say no they correct at all. He get people where be say then they drink fuel for Nigeria. I beg make we put that in, make we hear as in take talk that
need to be invested in.
Subsidy is organized crime I will not allow any form of criminality as president of Nigeria. A, the amount of fuel they say we consume cannot be consumed by this country. There's an empirical evidence. We are about the same size as Pakistan. Pakistan, we are about 210, 220. Pakistan is about the same size. They have more roads. We probably have same number of vehicles, or they have even more. Yet, their fuel consumption is a third of ours. So who is drinking the balance?
Obi is also emphasizing.
So, Dr. Etel, you don't hear as PO take talk more. I beg, waiting be your reaction because he talks say he making comparison. I beg, tell us, make our people here waiting how intake CM.
Our fuel, where them say they don't subsidize, then they sell them for Benin Republic, then they sell them for Chad, then they sell them for Benin Republic, Bikutun, then go say then subsidize them, then go say carry them, go sell for that place. That's number one. Number two, how many people they drive Prado Jeep, they go work? What is the fuel tank of the person where they enter Keke na Pep? Keke na Pep fills a tank that is about how many liters? They can carry how many people? So the so-called subsidy, they benefit the same people where they rob us. So at the end, this is a gang. When in talks say now government people, they carry sheep, can't carry our oil. He was correct because it would take different government arms to be able to clear sheep. All the ships that are coming in and outside the waters of any country are registered. We know where they're coming and where they're going. There are issues of our crude that is sold in the black market. So at the end of it all, P2B knew the problem. He knew what to do. I am beginning to seriously think that announcing removal of fuel subsidy before even any plan, any form of palliative, any form of discussion, taking everybody by surprise, was intended to cause chaos, so that that chaos can metamorphose and result in delaying the court process. And it will be unwise of all of us to fall for that trap. So I think we need to weigh these options. This is an alternative. What trade-off are we going to make? What pain? Like when Angel was saying, let us not go on strike. It's not as if it's not hurting, but we're asking ourselves, the hurt we are going to face now, will it be more than the hurt we have been facing? Look at what they did to us with Naira. They said they're designing Naira. We are using our own Naira to buy Naira in Nigeria. So is it not okay that we bear this pain once and for all and hope and trust God that this court process may come to a hopeful conclusion in favor of democracy, in favor of our laws, and in favor of social justice, giving Nigeria what they bidded for. And then we can sit back and have a long-term peace in Nigeria. Because this chaos look like an orchestrated, a pre-planned action to upset all of us and make us fall for them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Telbert. Now, say as we come in peace, Angel gets waiting, she dey talk as we just enter studio. He dey talk say, na INEC suppose come dey court, they tell, that is to tell Nigerians how they take make Tinubu president. You understand me? You get how she take analyze the thing. We be say, I begin to buy into the idea, because the question is like a reverse scenario. She talks say INEC suppose they court, they present to Nigerians how they take declare Tinubu. But here na P2B and Labour Party, they beg them to give them the evidence to come begin show. Meanwhile, they no get any place where then they show Nigerians where their evidence where they use declare person president. You understand me? No evidence anywhere. Even today in court, if I go to slide 5 for what happened for court today, Tinubu's lawyer, they asked the witness, he said, what percentage of votes in FCT did article score? I beg, make you project and make our people foresee. Slide 5, 9 day. He asked the question, what percentage of votes in FCT did article score? If you don't know, tell the court you don't know. PDP witness said, I don't know. If it is projected in the front now, please, you will see it. Tell me, you that is our people now that you are watching, where can you get the result of FCT? The score of FCT. Where can you go on INEC website and see it? As a matter of fact, where can you go and get any result that INEC is relying to proclaim somebody president? Where can you go and get that result? None. The only place they promised us we are going to see those results are on IREV. It is not on IREV, and you can't see it anywhere. These are the questions arising. They are shooting themselves on the leg. They keep doing that. So, Angel, I like that way you bring me. I don't take and like say, na me get the thoughts myself. But it be like say your mother do me. What do you think?
My dear Mr. Kanu, that thing where you ask now the same thing where they ask myself. If INEC no bring the results come out, they say Labour Party and PDP should go and get the result. Where we won't get them from? You declare person winner. You suppose bring everything for outside, make the whole world they see am. Not be even only Nigeria now they see am. Now the whole world. You declare Tinubu winner. Where is the authentic result? We no see. IREF, they empty. Oya me una kukuma give the Labour Party now. May they bring am to court. Una say una no get. If una no get am, where we go get am from? It's like say a student carry first for class. They can't ask the teacher, oh yeah, where is the result sheet? He say you no get am. So how you come about that result where you declare the person first position for class?
Okay.
I beg my people, may una they ask this question where would they ask? So that INEC go come out to the answer us. Because it don't too much for INEC. It don't too much. Mahmoud, where you dey? Bring the result come out. The authentic result now we want. At least you bring am to the court. Say court say, we declare Tinubu winner. See how he come. See how he come. See where he win. See where he win. At least everybody go say yes.
Okay, Angel. Our time don't they give us signal. Make we carry the go. So as we dey wait for this thing where they come transcript where they come from court. I know our people if the transcript don't enter because time just they very choking up. He gets waiting I won't bring come for make me and Dr. Etel look at. You know say Dr. Etel for March, I think March 23, we do waiting with the collate for IREV. All these results, the one where we do that very day, now the one of River State, we give the announcement on waiting we collate for IREV, and we give the announcement of those. After we give that very something, we I think Premium Times come talk said the thing where we do say them don't do them. Now the same thing. After Premium Times, another this thing can do. Then he get the one where we say BBC can do. Me, I like the way where AIT take project them for I think Kakaki Social. Credit to them. I beg, make we just hear them small. The way we then take explain them, make our people see say Peter Obi really win this election. I make una listen to them. I beg my people. Why would they wait for waiting they come from court? The transcript.
The 5th presidential election in Rivers State. The BBC has also indicted INEC in a separate investigative report. The report suggests that there was obvious manipulations in at least 2 local government areas of Rivers State, Obigbo and Obiakpo, with INEC unable to provide the staff who announced the result in Obigbo. And according to them, Peter Obi received more votes in Rivers State, but Bola Tinubu was declared winner. And then here are the number of votes for each candidate. So they are looking at Obi and Tinubu, basically, who they say they are the leading candidates in that state. So while at the polling units, Obi is the one in orange. At the polling units, he got over 200,000 votes, but Tinubu got around 100,000 I want to say naira, 100,000 votes. But when it got to the state capital, the results were reversed, and Obi suddenly had barely above 150,000 votes, while Tinubu got 200,000 and above votes. And here is their breakdown. In Obigbo local government, in the next slide, for example, Obi got about 20,000 votes, while Tinubu got 5,000 votes, less than 5,000 actually. But while it was announced in the state capital in Port Harcourt, Obi got about 11,000 votes, while Tinubu then had above 15,000 votes. So BBC is saying that Tinubu's vote increased 6 votes, that's 6 times in Obigbo, while Obi's vote was halved. And then in the other local government, which is their focus, their second focus, which is Obiakpo, that of the state executive, Nyesom Wike, while at the polling units, the result of Obi was around 70,000 and above, while that of Tinubu was less than 20,000. But when it got to Port Harcourt again at the state capital, Obi suddenly had less than 20,000. In fact, very, very low, like about 5,000 votes, while Tinubu marched 80,000 votes. They said they have been looking for the man who made the announcement in Obigbo local government, whose name is Dixon Ariaga, who says he works with the Federal College of Education in the state. So they went to the school to look for him, and then the deputy provost, Moses Ekpa, told the BBC, from our records, both from our payroll and from our human resources, there is no such a name in our system, and we don't know such a person. And then they went further to the INEC regional office there. But Johnson, who is a spokesman, said in Port Harcourt that due to a gross shortage of time and personnel, they had needed to take on some people without verifying their identity document. Referring to Dr. Ariaga, he said if he had presented himself as a lecturer from the college in Omuku and it's otherwise, then the man is definitely dishonest. And then they came to Abuja here, and they said they approached INEC's headquarters for a response to our findings and discrepancies in the result in Rivers State. We were told that they were unable to comment due to ongoing legal challenges. So apparently the man who made the announcement announced Tinubu the winner in the 2 local government, Obigbo precisely, is nowhere to be found and is untraceable by INEC, who he claims to be their staff. So people are asking the governor where he got the man who made the announcement. So let's have some reactions to this now. From Joy is, Wike tried hard and rigged the election in Rivers State, but he didn't try hard enough to cover his tracks. The finding by Premium Times newspaper at now BBC is alarming. Did he do it intentionally to disgrace Tinubu, or he is just not smart enough? Also reacting to that is Comrade Gospel, tweeting at Comrade GOS, and he says, the world is now speaking up. This is a disgrace to Nigeria and Buhari's administration. Would they say that BBC was also paid? And more reactions from Sheun Johnson. It says, so they use Rivers results to say the whole stuff has abnormalities. But Royal Laura is saying that can this be done in all the states? This happened all over the country. This is the reason there was dead silence at the announcement of INEC. Peter Obi was robbed. Labour Party was robbed. Most painful of all is that Nigerians were robbed. INEC Nigeria, shame on you. And also reacting to that is everything Peter Obi, and he says, eyes on the judiciary, now waiting I get to say be that.
Okay, Dr. Etel, so I'm coming to you now. We have had, we appreciate AIT for this their analysis as the thing take happen, and our people, I want make you and I also appreciate it. You know, say the other day we talk say them bring one fake news where we tell them say they no do well. Today they do good, and we they show say they do good, and we give them credit. So no be say we hate anybody. When you do well, we pronounce you well. When you no do well, we talk say you no do well. So why would they when the transcript from court now don't enter before them project them enter? I want make Dr. Etel chook mouth for the projects where we don't do for March and how we don't showcase how Peter Obi won this River State, how he won Benue. We also don't showcase him. We don't also showcase how he win Edo, and all these things that we have been doing is going directly to IREV. Dig out the information that is there, the ones that are available, and we bring them. But you will not hear from any place that Obidati is giving credit. We brought those things out, and we continue to bring those results. If you want to ask us for those EC8A forms, we have them plenty that we can send it to the people who want them, to have many of them. If you want to keep them as album, you want to keep them as a thing, you will have them. We have all of them because we are digging deep. Our people will be saying on a day now, I beg, make una like this video, make una for project them, make other people know what thing they happen for tribunal, make them know say our Peter Obi, that very thing he said, he will show them how he won this election. It don't they happen. God don't they open the way. Now, INEC with their own mouth don't begin to talk about 25%. Nobody asks them. Now, we never reach that stage, but then don't begin to ask the question. And we see how then they disgrace for court today. So now God now go they do and for us they go. So as you day here now, contribution where you fit do for us, if you no get money, no problem. We appreciate the people will be saying then they support us well. He gets even one of our person, an obedient person will surprise us today. The thing will be say he hits for us. I don't know how I want to talk on myself. People will be saying they give us super thanks. We they see them that one on they see. We they see the offline own. The support when they give us now make we they dig deep into they bring those things and we they give our legal teams and we they advise. So I beg on for the people who be say you no get money but you dey obedient, we understand. God go bless on and I go get to support. But for today, the one way you owe us now to just like this video. Just click that like so that the person will be say in the watch us now or where they off, if they work, he never get in go get notification. YouTube go push the video up to them because now how many people where like I'm go show say people really they interested on the topic where they go on. And I see say people where they here almost 2,000 plus, I'll be 2,500 plus 9 day here. So now be say you get people will be say then they're listing, so make them for like. Dr. Etel back to you. The thing where we do for IREV, where we bring out, I know say your support no be small one. I know even one mention all the help where they help us they do. If I begin to call everybody and we don't support us, you see our sister comrade Aisha number 1, you number 2. I don't even want them number 1, number 2. You see Madam Chioma, you see Juliet. If I begin call on a too plenty, but on a talk say make we not even call them. But sometimes I go just dey tempted to to say because some people think say no be people support now we deliver na say Peter Obi go give us money. No, now people obedience now they make this very thing they come on. But Dr. Etel, tell us how you take see this Kakaki report against the one where we do. The only thing when they talk, they say people know they give us credit when we finish doing something. Then go just bring that same thing. Then go analyze them for their own formats. Then go talk saying that then do them. They no give us credit.
Well, all I can say is, you know what they call mainstream media. Mainstream media are called mainstream because of the size of their pocket, the equipment where they get. They can make noise bigger, but that does not mean that they are research-based media. That does not mean that they can dig deeper to extract information. And most times, mainstream medias and their staff work to fulfill the bidding of their paymasters. David Hundeyin told us on this platform that many of these mainstream medias are on retainership with the politicians. But we are on retainership of the public. All our listeners and our viewers today, we're working for you. The only thing I can say is that everything we hear Premium Time did in April, BBC did in May, we have been live with it as far back as March. They are just reinventing the wheel, but it's okay because it's repeating the information though. But BBC extended the research because they moved from IREV level to go to the local government level, where they found a result. If you listen to a program on Saturday, they found the local government result sheet where the number was written, and the man is calling another result, giving APC about 15,000 votes and suppressing that of Labour Party. And according to BBC too, they went to check that person who announced, the INEC staff who announced the result, the INEC employee that announced the result of Fuyibo local government. They went to the higher institution where he claimed he's working as a doctor. And the institution says they don't know him as a staff. They don't have him on the payroll. They don't know him as even a non-academic staff. I asked INEC question on this platform when that information came out. Credit to BBC because we didn't get to that extent. INEC, how can you hire someone that you don't even know that the person is not existing? You hired a ghost staff and you planted the ghost staff in a local government to rig election. How, when they ask INEC were giving flimsy excuses. How can you give flimsy excuses? In Nigeria today, we have BVN. Everybody can be tracked. How did INEC pay the person? How did INEC vet the person? Didn't the person give his bank account number and BVN number? That goes to tell us to what extent INEC was complicit in messing and rigging this election, to the extent that they hired a ghost staff. Someone that says, I am working in this university, but the university does not know the person. Who gave a reference to the person before INEC hired the person? How did they pay the person? How can we go on and talk about the injustice, the deliberate abuse of rule of legal process in what INEC unleashed on Nigeria in this electoral process? I would like to end on this note. Judiciary, I keep saying it. INEC can afford to do what they did. Politicians can afford to do what they did and tell us to go to court. Because to some extent, they must have this hunch in them that the judiciary will end up becoming the rubber stamp that will endorse their criminality and their abuse and the rape of our conscience and the rape of our democracy. So I beg you, judiciary, for the sake of the future of democracy, for the sake of the suffering masses in Nigeria, to do justice to justice, to recognize all these anomalies and correct it. And people who are saying, is Rivers State the only place where election was, are we going to use Rivers State to generalize? That's what we've been saying in this platform. If we have the resources, we'll do it for all the 36 states of the Federation as we did Rivers State. We did it for Edo State. We saw, even though Labour Party won in Edo State, we presented it to you people, the level of suppression that happened in Edo State. We also did it in Kaduna State, where they say Labour Party did not even get up to 25%. And we saw that Labour Party got far much more than that. We did it in Benue State, where they said that Labour Party lost. And we published it here that Labour Party won that particular election. We have the ability, but we need the capacity, if it is possible, to make it happen. But I want Nigerians to help pray that judiciary will not be trapped in another web that will make them keep Nigeria in the same rat race that we have been since independence. Let's get it right now. Let us close our eyes, like the symbol of justice shows. Let the judiciary not care about who is in power now or who is not in power. Let them just look at the evidence that's presented and deliver judgment for the people. Thank you.
Okay, yes. Our people, and I don't hear from Dr. Etel, say make them deliver good judgment for us. Now, I want to make we quickly because our time, I don't beg producer, make them give us like another 5 minutes, make we take and round up waiting they happen for court. So, producer, I beg make you give us the transcript, number one, make we start immediately. It be like say our Carlo and Dr. Livy Zoku know they court today. Now, the court hearing of today, now they have to present documents for Kogi, Sokoto, and Delta states. So as soon as they see for screen now, LP brought an application via a motion about their interrogatories. Questions they asked INEC to ascertain what INEC intends to say in court, filed on May 22nd, 2023. They want to engage in more interrogatories. All respondents like INEC, Bola Tinubu, Shetima, APC are all opposing. So let's look at number 2. Now, at that very distance, LP lawyer said we are tendering for the 13 local governments in Ebonyi. Courts list them. They no one kill time. As it can take happen today, no one kill time. So the Labour Party's lawyer can list all the Ebonyi state local governments, and INEC talk say then go object. So we go to number 3. That's number 3. I don't see number 3. But if you have number, okay, can see the number 3 here. So Tinubu and Shetima's lawyer say we also oppose. We know say na oppose, and then they talk. And then the 4th respondent, which is APC, they also oppose. Make una know say this oppose when they oppose na their own documents. So as then take the oppose the document. So the next order something is am I really being heard? Dr. Etel, can you hear me? Okay, please just take over this thing. Can you see it on the screen? Can you see them on the screen?
Yes, I can see it.
Well, number 4. Okay, let me go on. I think I can hear the sound again. So the court said they should proceed and list them. So they proceed to list them. We are in banner number 4. That comprises of Akwanga, Awe, Doma, Keana, and all the local governments, which ended, I think, at Wamba and Kefi. So the court asks any objection, and then INEC object that they will advance their reasons. Let's get number 5. So these are what happened in PDP, and get that going. Delta is up next. Dr. Etel, having seen what is transpiring, I don't know if I'm still being heard. Okay, I think I can still get that. Because these things that are coming in now from court, maybe it's actually affecting the transmission. But let me hope that our audience can still hear me. So the court proceeded to list all that, and after listing it, the court asked if there's any objection, as you can see from the screen, and INEC, of course, object. We object and we advance our reasons. So let's get to slide 7. So it's just what mostly Labour Party is doing today is still throwing in all the evidence before they call their witnesses. So can we move to the next, because we are really out of time. So we understand here now on this page that Tinubu and Shetima also oppose. And then we have the fourth respondent, which is APC, they also oppose. However, the court admitted all the documents for Delta State. Then the LPUMA, this thing said, my lord, may I proceed to tender for Kaduna State with 23 local governments. So next slide, please. While we'll be looking at that very slide, I know we have lost out of time, but Dr. Etel, I also want to mention that it's very crucial that the Labour Party lawyers make them begin to assemble all the people wey be say dem go come testify for court, wey be say na people wey be say dem dey the place where dem do these votes, because na dem be the people wey sign, like those Labour Party agents. We no anticipate say we go get all the agents from all the polling units, but we want at least people wey be say they go come identify those documents, because I don dey read from certain places say mistake go dey if we no get people wey be say they will come pinpoint these documents, talk say na them either sign them or know about them. Make you no be say then talk say whether to present it at bar. You get how them take talk am sha, but because we no get time, we fit talk that one. But make I finish this one. We there for page 7. Court proceeded to accept all the local governments of that's I think Kaduna State, and the court asked for objection. Of course, INEC and the Tinubu and Shetima's lawyer and the APC lawyer, all of them talk say they object. So make you go to the next slide. So Dr. Etel, what did they talk say this dear we object. We sure say now because of say no what do they call them those people will go come for cross-examination. What do they call them? Those witness. Yes. You sure say now because witness no suppose they contender this evidence. I be them go bring those people come, that is, they go bring them later. You understand?
Question. Would you help me if you're opposing me in the court? Do you think that if INEC or APC will find a loophole, they will not exploit it? So, as per the witnesses, what the Labour Party is tendering now are certified true copy of document that is coming from INEC. That is the right of Labour Party as a party to tender. They will call witnesses later. Those witnesses will come with counter copies that will invalidate the junk that INEC certified. Let me explain. INEC announced, for instance, a result that made Labour Party lose 15,500 and something votes in Oyibo local government of Rivers State. They announced it. But the result sheet they have is showing that Labour Party won by more than 20,000 votes. So now that they have announced, and we saw what they announced, and they have certified the result sheet, the Labour Party agent that is supposed to be in charge of Oyibo local government collation will now bring the one that will match the same result that INEC certified, thereby invalidating the result they announced. There are also issues whereby they declared results that was cancelled and mutilated, and that particular result had been certified by INEC. Labour Party agents will now come with their own copy as a witness and tender it in court and say, my lord, the result I have here is written in clear copy, 570 votes, for instance. But you can see that the one INEC certified by themselves after they have finished TPEXing is 70 votes. And you can see that in front, they cancelled 5. And you can see that in ward, they also cancelled 500. When they match it that way, that is what is called a game changer. Our legal experts are intelligent. The likes of Okutepa, do you know the people Labour Party is parading? And let me tell us something. Labour Party is in court against 3 respondents. Tinubu as a respondent. No, 4. Tinubu as a respondent. Labour APC as a respondent. And INEC, I think Shetima too, 4. Or either 4 or 3. So, and let me remind our people, our principal has been doing this. He knows how to go against the tide and still create what you could call an irrigation out of the whole process. So let us relax. So far, so good. Okay. That is what I can say. So far, so good. Step by step, what they are trying to do is to dump all the evidence that is coming from INEC. And then they call witness to match them and to counter them, match them, counter them, and then move on. I heard that news, though, yesterday. Okay. And I've spoken to some of my friends who are legal experts around the world, and they confirmed that Labour Party are in the right track.
Okay. I think that very one, we like them. As then they bring the something, then they bring the evidence at bar. So the next thing is that they are going to call the witnesses. That is what I understand. That is good. So now they are proceeded to Imo State, and as we are seeing on the screen, 23 local governments of Imo State has been dealt with. Can we look at the next page, please? Let's move fast. These are the things that happened in court this afternoon as LP. We have heard what happened in the case of PDP, where INEC brought the issue of 25% and actually admitted that 25% existed for everybody, for anybody who is to be president, that is required for any candidate, that is required for you to make 25% of FCT, which Tinubu did not. And even the witness dealt with that very lawyer. But that comes to tell you something. God don't they open their nyash one by one. Nobody asked them to bring the issue of 25%. The issue of 25% not be waiting then they talk, but I then can't carry their mouth. Come bring them, come. The person can't ask them, say, the person where you make president, in get the 25% where you they ask me. So if you feel declare the person where no get 25% president, now beside Atiku myself, as he no get that very thing, in also supposed to be president. You hear him. Now for open court life, now in this one they happen. So now so that one for PDP, take everybody take 4 for ground where then they laugh for court. Then this one of our Labour Party, now we still they throw in all the documents as you see them they filter in. And as our Dr. Telba take talk, after they don't bring this evidence where then they call at bar, they go can call witnesses who go can testify using the documents. So my people, the thing still the hot. Tomorrow now another day. If we begin the push this thing as he take the go now be say we no go fit come up for this studio. They not they give me signal make we for court. I tell them say this very transcript our people go see them. Waiting they happen for court now. We go bring them. So as I want hand over to Peace, make it for greet una before we come out. I want make una help me like and share this very video. If you dey here, you just dey join us. I beg, make you just like this very video so that they go push and reach other people, make them know wetin dey happen. Because wetin dey happen now, God done the work, we done the see am. For the people wey be said in the plan saying a protest, when we come tomorrow, we go bring that one come because that very protest where they talk. Now for INEC office we supposed to they protest as our people talk. And me, I join them, they talk the same thing. So we know say waiting then they call them subsidy don't affect everybody. even the fuel where we dey deal for office here now na ×3 of waiting to get this very production going on. But wetin we dey do, we dey solicit. Anything where you get, support us. If you no get anything, God go bless you. Just like the video, share the video, make we dey go to the permanent side. One day, God go hear us. Peace. Over to you.
All of una always stay from beginning to the end. I know say it no day easy, and now una data dey born, but una still stand out with us. We dey say thank you very much. But we still dey ask again, because this thing where we dey do no be small work o, and this thing na wetin dey take different people. Na different people dey organize this thing. Different people dey put am, do this one, do that one. No be wetin one person fit do alone. So the least wey you fit do for us na to just like this video and share am, because today you go see say we get close to 3,000 active viewers where they watch am, but the likes no even reach 1,000. So I can't dey wonder the rest of the people where they view am, why they know they like. So make una dey like, abeg, share, comment, share your thoughts. We'd like to hear your thoughts. We want to share your opinions with you. And if you know say you never subscribe to the channel, do us good and do yourself good and click on the subscribe button. Also the notification bell, so anytime when we drop video, you go get alert say we don't carry again come. And if you never follow us for other social media platforms, we dey everywhere as Obidati Family TV. And you fit still go under this video for the description. E get link wey go take you directly to anywhere where you wan go. So if you just click am, e dey very simple. 2 seconds, you don't reach where you dey go. And if you get anywhere where you want support us financially, you want show us encouragement, you want show us support and love, our account dey for beneath this video for the description. All our links dey there, all our accounts dey there. So we still dey say thank you very much. Thank you for all your support and encouragement, and we dey hope to see more for una. And tomorrow we go come back again, as our matter never end. Our matter still dey, so we go still dey bring updates for una back to back. For now, my people, make una day well. We go come back tomorrow. Una bye bye.